A movement is coming. A movement where people step into the fullness of life that Jesus offers us all. Where people experience the life that they were designed to live. Where the tangible presence of God is manifested through His people. A movement where resilient disciples feel empowered to live a life of mission and purpose and are compelled to share the life that they've been given freely and the life that they live in freedom. Freedom from the obligations of this world and the unrealistic expectations it puts on them. Freedom from the traps of comparison and our culture's temptation to achieve and to perform. Freedom from the race, the rush, and the restlessness, for the freedom to rest, resist, and rule over the things that set out to enslave us. There's a movement coming in the city of Titusville. A movement where followers of Jesus assume a new posture and accept a new identity. Where Christian stops being what we are and instead becomes who we are. Where Jesus followers set themselves apart and live a life that is compelling to those around them. Where men and women acknowledge and truly live in their new status and their new positions. A movement where people accept and receive the rights to their heavenly inheritance. Where they are no longer sons and daughters of man, but sons and daughters of the King above all kings. Living in the reality that the kingdom is coming and in fact already here. Offering a vision of the future and the here and now, and a vision for a new way to be human. A movement is coming. A movement covered in prayer and immersed in God's presence. One that isn't dependent on the strength of man, but surrendered to the power of God. That is only interested in what God is interested in. That offers a foretaste of all the things that have been promised to us. A movement that is marked by love and opposition to hate. That is revealing of God's desire to bring all people together in His Son, Jesus. Where power, division, and individualism fall and mercy, justice, and collectivism rise in its place. Where God's people consider nothing as their own, but share everything they have in common with others. Where the reality of lack is obliterated and the reality of complete is fulfilled. Where complacency is replaced with contentment and hate is overcome by love. This is a movement of God. A movement where we're not hoping for God, but expecting Him. Where people believe God comes where He's wanted and are willing to wait for Him to show up. A movement is coming. This is a Miracle City movement.